comedian Dave Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So today I was legitimately thinking about becoming like an intellectual. Like, I've been listening to Noam Chomsky, Chris Hedges, all these guys. I'm like 10 pages into a book about neoliberalism, and I'm like, I think I should become an intellectual. I need to spread my ideas. I need to legitimize myself. I'll have to go to university and I'll have to study. I don't mind doing it. I'll do like a master's. I'll become a PhD. This is exactly the same train of thought as I get when I do like jujitsu for 2 weeks. I'm like, I'll just continue down this path. I'll be in the UFC in about a year and a half. It's crazy. It's it's a little tiny bit delusional, but you know, you need a little bit of delusion to succeed. But I was thinking about it. I was like, all right, even if I do become like an intellectual, like I go to university, PhD, political scientist, whatever. I've said so many fucked up things. I've said faggot way too much on this podcast to ever be taken seriously. I'll be like, did you scream, suck my dick faggot out the window of a car? I'll be like, listen, that was the old me. That was pre-intellectual me. Let's argue the facts here. Let's stay on track. Neoliberalism is the root cause of the wealth inequality in the world right now. And neoliberalism isn't a liberal ideology or economic system. It's a conservative one. This is where people are getting confused. Neoliberalism is like corporatism. It's an exploitative system. They're like, excuse me, Mr. Boyle, before you go on, did you say on your podcast, I'm quitting alcohol, that you sometimes get erections walking past old ladies because you used to jerk off with hair conditioner that old ladies use, implying it's inducing some sort of Pavlov response? I'm like, listen, you don't know how I grew up. That wasn't even conditioner from a bottle. They were fucking tester packets. The ones you rip off magazines wasn't bottle. So I used to have to fucking open these little fucking one-use conditioner pouches and then fucking have to get rid of the evidence. But that's the old me. That's pre-intellectual Boyle. That was when I was David Boyle. I am now officially, and I changed my name by now, I am now Le Boyle. It is disturbing. I was even thinking about, I'm like, how difficult would it be just to erase the whole history of this podcast? I'm like, would the effort to erase any fucking evidence of my former self worth it? Where do I even start erasing myself? And I can never be fully sure it's erased, so I'm never going to be like fully confident to say something and people aren't going to bring something up. Mr. Boyle, 1 second before you continue with the conflict in Palestine. We just got word in that you may have once wheeled a disabled girl into a disabled toilet in Queensland, Brisbane somewhere, and then proceeded to pull out your dick and show it to her. And I'll be like, again, how many times do I have to go through this? I've now done 2 PhDs. Top of my class, political science. Then I went to I got a scholarship because of my academia to Harvard University, then topped my class in postgraduate, masters, got offered a doctorate at MIT, where Noam Chomsky, I took his position. And then I got a double doctorate in foreign relations. And you want to keep bringing up these tiny little non-events from my past that don't mean anything. Excuse me, Dr. Boyle. We just found some evidence that you may have punched a police officer in the face in Sydney circa 2008. Would you like to explain? I'm like, all right. I'm going back to comedy, cunts. Fuck you all. You're all fucking faggots. I'm back, baby. I am fucking back. Anyway, I'm 10 pages into a book about neoliberalism, and I suggest you read up on it because this is pretty much the root cause of everything that's going on in the world. Well, economically anyway. It's the cause of the inequality, the breakup of the union. I'm actually only 10 pages in, so I'm only reading it because it keeps on coming up, and I'm like, what the fuck is neoliberalism? And so I'm finding out, and you will be too, because I will be pretending I'm an expert on neoliberalism very shortly. Anyway, I better get back to the reading so I can pass on my knowledge. That'll do for tonight, and I'll see ya the fuck later.